Have you ever heard a story so strange, so chilling, that it stays with you long after you've heard it? This is one of those stories. It's a true story that began in 2013, involving a 21-year-old student. One of America's most infamous hotels, and a piece of video footage that went viral for all the wrong reasons. This is the story of Elisa Lam, and it's a mystery that, to this day, has never been fully solved. Elisa Lam was a bright, adventurous student from Canada. Like many young people, she decided to take a solo trip along the west coast of the United States, documenting her journey on her personal blog. She was looking for a simple adventure before heading back to university. Her travels eventually led her to Los Angeles, and on January 26, 2013, she checked into the Cecil Hotel. Now, the Cecil Hotel wasn't just any budget lodging. It has a reputation, a dark one. For decades, it's been linked to some of the city's most notorious crimes, from unsolved murders to being a temporary home for infamous serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. The hotel was a place known for violence, drug activity, and a long list of unexplained deaths. Some even call it one of the most haunted places in America. Despite this grim history, which she may or may not have known about, Elisa seemed optimistic. On her blog, she wrote about her experiences, and her posts suggested that everything was going fine. She was exploring the city, buying books, and seemed to be enjoying her trip. But this sense of normalcy was about to shatter, turning her adventure into a living nightmare. Just 5 days after checking in, on January 31st, Elisa Lam vanished. She failed to check out as scheduled. Her daily calls to her family back in Canada stopped. This was completely out of character for her. Her family, worried sick, immediately reported her missing. The Los Angeles Police Department launched an investigation, starting with the most logical place, the Cecil Hotel. They searched the entire building, from the lobby to the rooftop, room by room. They used search dogs to try and pick up her scent, but they found nothing. It was as if she had just disappeared into thin air. There were no signs of a struggle in her room, no clues left behind, no indication of where she could have gone. The case was going nowhere, and the police were running out of leads. That's when they decided to release the last known footage of Elisa to the public, hoping someone might recognize her or have information. And this is where the story takes a truly bizarre and terrifying turn. The footage was from a security camera inside one of the hotel's elevators, recorded on the day she disappeared. What it shows has been analyzed, debated, and puzzled over by millions of people around the world. In the video, Elisa enters the elevator and presses several buttons. But the elevator doors don't close. They just stay open. She then does something strange. She peeks out into the hallway, looking left and right, as if she's checking for someone. Then, she quickly steps back into the elevator, pressing herself into the corner, as if she's hiding from something or someone just outside. The doors still don't close. She steps out of the elevator again, looking around nervously. Her movements become increasingly erratic. She begins gesturing with her hands in a strange, almost unnatural way. It's like she's having a conversation with someone or something that the camera can't see. Her fingers twist and turn in the air. After a few moments of this bizarre behavior, she walks away, and the elevator doors finally, inexplicably, close and begin to move. That was the last time anyone ever saw Elisa Lam alive. The video instantly went viral. It was chilling, confusing, and deeply unsettling. Everyone who saw it had the same questions. Who was she hiding from? What was she looking at in the hallway? Who was she talking to with those strange hand gestures? The internet exploded with theories, ranging from a paranormal encounter to a criminal pursuit that was just out of frame. The mystery of Elisa Lam became a global obsession. While the world was captivated by the elevator video, a strange problem was developing back at the Cecil Hotel. 4 days, guests had been complaining about the water. They said it had low pressure, a weird, sweet taste, and a dark, almost black color. Some even said it smelled bad. The hotel's maintenance staff was sent to investigate the problem. Their first stop was the hotel's rooftop, where 4 large water tanks supplied water to the entire building. On February 19th, nearly 3 weeks after Elisa's disappearance, a maintenance worker climbed a ladder to look inside one of the tanks. And that's when the true horror of this story was revealed. Floating naked in the dark water was the body of Elisa Lam. The clothes she was seen wearing in the elevator video were also found in the tank, covered in a sand-like substance. This horrifying discovery didn't solve the mystery. It only made it deeper and more disturbing. The questions began piling up, each one more baffling than the last. First, how did she even get up there? The rooftop was supposed to be a secured area. The main door was locked and required a key and a password to bypass an alarm system. Hotel staff insisted that the alarm never went off. There were other ways to get to the roof, like a fire escape, but they were difficult to access. Second, how did she get inside the tank? These were massive, industrial water tanks, about 10 feet tall. Elisa was only about 5 feet 4. She would have needed a ladder to climb up, but there was no ladder found near the tank. And even if she had managed to climb it, the lid of the tank was a heavy, solid piece of metal. It would have been extremely difficult for a small woman to lift it on her own, get inside, and then somehow close it from the inside. A maintenance worker who found her said the lid was closed when he got there. The official autopsy report added another layer of confusion. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office ruled her death an accidental drowning. They noted that her bipolar disorder was a significant condition. The report found no evidence of physical trauma, assault, or suicide. The toxicology report showed she had consumed her prescribed medication, but there were no illegal drugs or alcohol in her system. But the world wasn't convinced by this official explanation. It just didn't add up. The accidental drowning theory left too many critical questions unanswered. How could a person accidentally climb into a massive water tank on a locked roof and then close the heavy lid on themselves? Why didn't the police dogs, who searched the entire hotel, including the rooftop, pick up her scent near the water tanks? Some people noticed that the elevator video seemed to be edited. The timestamp at the bottom is obscured, and there appears to be a section of about a minute missing. Was something cut out? And if so, what did it show? To this day, the case of Elisa Lam remains one of the most haunting and controversial mysteries of the digital age. It's a story that blurs the lines between mental health struggles, a possible crime, and for some, the paranormal. Was it a tragic episode brought on by her bipolar disorder, leading to a series of unfortunate and bizarre decisions? Was she being pursued by someone, and her death was a murder that was expertly covered up? Or did she stumble into something darker within the walls of the Cecil Hotel, a place with a long and troubled history? The story of Elisa Lam continues to fascinate and horrify people because there are no easy answers. Every piece of evidence seems to lead to more questions. It is a tragic story of a young woman who went looking for adventure and found an end that no one could have ever imagined. So now I ask you, after hearing all the details, what do you think really happened to Elisa Lam? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching.